Hello and welcome Math 2413 Calculus 1 students to the spring 2022 semester. That's 2413 Calculus 1 Internet students, I should say. My name is Robert Di Giovanni and I'm the instructor for the course. First things first, I'm getting over being sick, so I apologize. I'm having trouble talking. This video is an orientation just to get you acquainted with what the expectations of the class are. So what I'm going to do is run through kind of like how everything's laid out, what I expect you to do. And there's some really important things in here that you're going to need to know. So sit tight. Sorry if this gets too long, but there's a lot to cover here. So first thing, I'm assuming you know how to get into the course. So you log into ACES, go to your courses, spring 2022, and we are Math 2413 section 21. And this brings us to a thing called Canvas. And this is kind of like our main shell for the class. So one of the most important things here is this inbox. All communication between me and you need to take place here. So don't be sending me emails through your Yahoo account or Gmail account. Everything has to go through this system. So this is your inbox over here. So if I send you something, it'll show up here. And then to compose a message, I'm sure you can figure this out. You go through here, select the class, select the teacher, select me, and then you can send me an email. Okay, so that's the inbox. Let me go back to the main page of the course again. I'm going to switch to a student view so you can see what it looks like for you. Okay, so here we go. This is our main page. And let me just kind of run through the basic layout of this class. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to be given a schedule. It's going to show you what you need to do, when it's due. You're going to watch a set of videos. Those videos will cover the content of the particular sections. After you watch the video, you go to a different system and you do homework online using a system called WebAssign, and you'll be putting answers into the system. It'll grade it automatically for you, and it'll submit it to the grade book. And so there will be due dates for that. Now, while you're watching the videos and doing the homework, if you have trouble, I have an additional set of videos that will cover, basically they're videos of me doing homework problems. So it's kind of like video homework solutions. And so that can help you. And then you can also reach out to me for help via email, or I'll give you my cell phone number and you can text me or call me. So that's basically the layout. You cover these sections, watch videos, do homework, watch videos, do homework, watch videos, do homework. And then there will be some tests that we take. And that's the general idea. So here's the first page, like I said, and this first document here, schedule, is something that you're going to want to print out and have near you. This lays out like what topic is being covered. So like we're going to have a couple of assignments here that are due on the 20th of January. And then we have another group of assignments due on the 23rd. Then on the 30th, you have something due. Then on the 10th, you have 2 things due. And then on the 13th, another 2 things. Then here's an at-home exam. So we're going to follow this schedule, and this will take us through the whole semester. And I'll explain these exams and how the homework works in a second, but print this out, have that ready to go. And then the next thing here is formula sheets. So I'm allowing you on your test to use formula sheets. I would download this and print it out. So you have to have a hard copy of these formulas for the exams. You cannot use the electronic version of it. So as soon as you can, please print these 6 pages out and become familiar with them, because there's a lot of useful information on these sheets here. Okay, so that's that. Then the next thing we have is a link to what's called the course notes. So when you watch my videos, you'll see me working through a set of notes that I've created. So there's 4 chapters here. These 4 chapters, you can download these. Again, you can print them out if you want. It's a lot. This one's 15 pages. So these are the notes that I will be going through for chapter 1. So this what you can kind of follow along in the video. This is what I'm going to be covering. Okay, now let me go back. See if I can go back. Okay, let me go back to the home page. So those are kind of like the things you need to have available to you to start getting the class going. Now, let's see how this is going to work in terms of the learning. So I'm going to bring this schedule back up. Actually, I already downloaded it. So I'm going to open up the schedule so we can look at it on a different page here. So the first thing you're supposed to do are these 2 assignments that have to do with getting you acquainted with the homework system. Let's ignore those for now. Let's just look at section 1.1 and 1.2. Those 2 sections you need to have the homework completed by the 23rd of January. So how do you do that? Well, you're going to go to first what's called the course videos. Here are the videos for the entire semester, and they're titled. So chapter 1, section 1, that's when it says here 1.1, that means chapter 1, section 1, chapter 1, section 2. This is chapter 2, section 3. So I'm doing chapter 1, section 1. I'm going to watch this 16-minute video. Unfortunately, I have to watch an ad because YouTube has done away with the whole idea of, it used to be educational videos didn't have ads, but now everything has ads. All right, so here we go. We have this this video, which is me covering the notes and giving you basically a basic idea of the definitions and the main ideas of the section. I will apologize, the audio on those videos is a bit annoying. I had a lot of background noise when I did those. Try to clean them up, but they're still not great. I apologize. This is actually the last semester I'm using these videos, so it is what it is. The content, the material that's important is here. So you'll watch a 16-minute video. That'll get you kind of acquainted with the ideas of the section. After you've watched those videos, you will go to the next set of videos, which are called class lecture videos. Now, in the class lecture videos, these are different. These are not grouped section by section. Sometimes it's more than one section at a time. And these videos are very long. Okay, so for the first 2 sections, there's a video here. It's 3 hours long. Now, I realize for an online course, no student wants to sit and watch a 3-hour video. But this is calculus. So if you're going to learn the material, you're going to have to watch a lot of video. You can't substitute that classroom time for a 10-minute video from Khan Academy or a 15-minute video you found on YouTube. This is to cover all the material. We need a thorough video. So if you click on this video,
a function is a rule.
Okay, so this video is a little different than the one that we watched before. This is actually a video of me in an actual classroom. Okay, this is back in 2017, so a few years ago. Did this video, and what I'm doing is I'm recording my screen and working through examples in detail. So it's just like a lecture, right? Actually, they're older than that, but this is you know, me working through, talking, working through examples. There we go. Here's me writing on the screen and talking. And so this is where you're going to learn how to do examples of problems and actually prepare you to go do the homework. So you watch the very, very long video, and then let me close that out. And then at this point, you're ready to go do homework. All right. So now what you do is you go to the ebook and homework system. This should take you here. It's not available yet. Okay. So let me leave the student view. Hold on. Let me go back to that. So go to ebook homework system. It's going to bring you here. And what you want to do here is click on pretty much any of these should take you to the ebook. So let's see here. Hold on. Let me make sure I got this right. Oh, you know what? It says first link. All right. I need to switch back to student view so you can see what you're going to see. Apologize. So here's what you're going to see when you click on that link. The first part is those notes from earlier, but right here is the link to the ebook and homework system. And when you click on that, it should take you here and you load the ebook. It'll bring you into the system. Now, the first time you come in, you might have to register. Let's see what it does. See, it knows who I am, so it's taking me to a different page. But for you, it's going to take you through this registration process, and you'll put in your name and email address and things like that, and it'll get you into the system, and you will have access to the content. Now, let me take you to Let me take you to the class now. It's not going to look like this for you. Let me switch to what it's going to look like for you. Okay, it's going to look something like this. All right. And what you'll have here is the most important things here for you are that you have your assignments are going to be here. They'll show up here right now. They're not showing up because they haven't started yet, but your assignments will show up here. And then down here is a copy of the ebook. So if you click here, you'll be able to access an electronic version of the textbook. So if you want to go to look at chapter 1, section 1, you can do that. Let's go ahead and open up the ebook. Oh, got real windy there. Okay, so now if I want to go to chapter 1, section 1, I can go here and go to chapter 1, section 1. I can read through the chapter, or I can go to the exercises. So let me go to, I'm kind of within the section here. I could read through this, and then there's actually exercises. Now these exercises are not the exercises you're going to do. You're going to be doing them within this system. This is from the textbook. These are the exercises. So this is just so you know that you have access to that electronic version of the book. Now, like I said, your assignments are going to show up here. And right now they're not here. You click on them and you do the assignment. So I'm going to have to switch back to the view of me. And let me get out of here. Okay, so let me show you what an assignment will look like. Once you actually get in here, your assignment is going to look something like this. So this is chapter 1, section 1, and here are the questions. It's asking you, is it true that these two functions are equal? Yes. This is just a yes or no question. Some of them are free response. So here's a state the value of f of 1. So what's this function's value at 1? Well, I think it's 3. And then what's the value here? Let's say it's 0. And then let's say 5. I'm just making these up. And then here 4. And then domain, I'm going to put 5 and 3 and then this and then that's it. Okay, so then I could submit that. Now it's because I'm the instructor, it's not letting me submit this, but you could go and save this and see if you got things right or wrong. And you get multiple tries at each problem. This is about practice. The homework is really about practice. So yeah, this is the homework system. Now, while you're doing your homework, I expect that you're going to be writing things down. Okay, so like if there's work that needs to be worked out, I expect you to be writing it down. So what you would be doing at home when you do this homework is you'd write, put your name on a piece of paper, put chapter 1, section 1, number 1, then you just show any work. You do that for the entire homework assignment, and I'm going to ask you to submit that to me. You have to do that for each homework assignment. So yes, you will be turning in handwritten homework, even though you're doing all using the system online to submit your work. I still want to see handwritten work so I can start to point out things to you where your notation's not right, or maybe you're not working things correctly. That will really help you when it comes time for the test, because I will have looked at some of your work ahead of time. Okay, so back to this homepage. So again, we've got the schedule, the formula sheets, the notes. You watch the video, short video, the long video. You go to the homework system. You can read the ebook. You do your homework. If you have trouble with the homework, there's the videos right here for me doing solutions to homework problems are here. So if you want to watch this, it'll be me working through problems like the ones you were doing. Okay. Let me pause the video. I got to close the window here. It's getting too windy. Okay, back here. Let's see, back to student view. All right, so I pretty much have covered all of this here, all these links. Now down here, this is just additional resources. I do have other videos of me covering the class notes that are more current videos done, more recently. So if you want, like, you could click here if you want to watch me cover, the first part of the notes. Now damn, ads. These ads are annoying. So if you want to watch me doing a different set of videos, now this is actually from a class. So you can see here, I'm kind of working through the notes. So if you want to go back and do anything or kind of watch something again, kind of presented a different way, you can see here I'm in 1.3 right now in this video. So they just kind of follow the format of the section. So here I'm in, so 1.37. So here I'm still in 1.3. This next video, let's see where I am. You might actually wind up preferring these videos over the other ones. It's really kind of your call. It's just a different way of presenting. I just want to make sure you have more than one way of learning here. So we have additional videos. I also have videos of me doing homework solutions for the textbook problems. So if you want to watch me doing homework solutions for certain problems like this, you can. So again, just additional resources for you are available here. Now, let's get to I hope this all makes sense, right? Schedule, follow the schedule, watch the videos, go do the homework, get homework solution video help, right? And you just keep going through the sections. So let's open up the syllabus, take a look at this. All right, so for this is an internet course, but there are 2 times that we actually do meet online live in a Zoom session. And those 2 days and times are established. So Friday, what is it? March 25th. It's Friday. We're going to have our exam 2. Now you get to choose. You either show up from 9 a.m. to 12:45, or you show up from 6 to 9:45. That people have different work schedules and stuff like that. So I give you 2 different times you can show up to take your exam 2. You'll come live into a Zoom session. And you'll take the exam there on camera. The other exam 4, which is the final exam, is also on a Friday, and I give you 2 times for that. So right now I expect that you would work your life around these dates. All right, work it out. Now you need to show up for these. If you miss it, you get a 0 and that's it. All right, so I talk here about if you have a work conflict or something, try and work it out. If you can't, you're going to have to ask me to do something on a different day, a different time. I'm going to ask you for proof as to why, or I'm going to kind of give you a hard time because I'm really giving you a lot of heads up here. So I'm willing to work with you, but it has to be a legitimate reason. All right, so please read through that. It describes what you need to do if you cannot make these 2 dates for the tests. Now, my contact information, you can ignore this email address because we're using this inbox. But this number is important. That's my cell phone number. So if you need to get in touch with me, if you're having trouble on something, you're working on a problem, can't figure it out, just text me. All right, I'm here to help you. Just make sure that in the text, at least in the first text, you put your name and what class you're in. And then don't just say like, hey, I'm having a problem on number 4 from section 1.2. Actually take a picture of the problem and then take a picture of any work you've done and send that to me. Because I might be out somewhere and I can't like easily look up the problem. So make it easy for me to help you by providing me as much information as possible. So please reach out to me. Okay, don't feel bad about, oh, I don't want to bother. I wouldn't give you my number if I didn't want you to call me or text me. Now, I'm also available during office hours to come in and I'm just sitting in a Zoom session, just waiting for students to show up. Here are the dates and times, or days and times that I'm available to all my classes. And here's the Zoom link and the password. All right. Now the materials for the class, you don't need to buy anything in terms of a book because you already have access to the electronic version of the book. But you probably want to use a calculator for the course. You can use, I recommend a graphing calculator. Any scientific calculator would be okay. Graphing calculators are allowed, but you cannot have a graphing calculator that has what's called a computer algebra system in it. And the calculators that have that, the ones that are not allowed, are the TI-89, the TI-Nspire CAS. It has to say CAS on it. Those are not allowed, right? Mostly all the other ones are okay. So if you have any questions about that, just contact me. Now, what we're actually covering in the course, it's all laid out here, what the objectives are, what the description of the class is. It's Calculus 1. And I just want everyone to know that my job here, my goal is to prepare you for Cal 2. So I have to treat everyone in this class as if you are moving on to Calculus 2, which means we need to cover all the material. And we need to cover it in a thorough manner so that you would be ready for the next class in the sequence. All right, now in terms of your grades, this is probably the most important thing to you, is how are you going to be assessed in this class? The breakdown of the grade is all the homework that you do online, okay, that you get to retry the problems over and over. That makes up only 10% of your grade. And then you're going to have two exams, exam 1 and exam 3. Those two exams are done, when you just have to have them done before the due date. I don't care when you do them. They are timed, but once you start them, you have to finish them, but I give you like 4 hours. So it's plenty of time. You do those kind of at your own pace. Now, the exam 2 and 4, those are the ones it should not say here on campus. Let me change that to what it should be. Hold on. Okay, so exams 2 and 4 are actually the ones that you do on Zoom live. Okay, and that's what those two dates were at the beginning of the syllabus. Look at the weight on those two exams. Those are huge weights. If you miss that exam, you fail the class. You can't pass. If you do poorly on that exam, like let's say you get a 50 on it, I mean, that already makes it where you cannot get an A in the class. And so those two exams are really important that you're prepared for them. I will give you reviews for those exams, but you really have to be prepared. This course is not, it's very easy to get the homework all correct, 100%. Because, WebAssign, those homework problems, you can go find answers for those anywhere. Very easy to kind of like not have to do any work, not learn anything, just get the correct answers. That's not going to be enough for you to do well. Same with these two exams that you do on your own. I'm not there to monitor you. You can use your notes. That's really not a fair assessment of what you know. So these two exams where I'm watching you, I'm seeing what you're doing, making sure that you're not using other resources. That's the true assessment of what you know. So that's why they're weighted so heavily. So you should be, I guess, not scared, but you should be take these two exams very seriously in preparing for them. And that starts with learning the proper way, watching all the videos, those long videos, watching them all, doing the homework, reaching out for help, no shortcuts, okay? You're here to learn. So those two exams, 35%. Now, this is me basically laying out how the course is designed. I already talked about this. You look at the schedule, you watch the videos, you call me if you need help, take a picture of your work, and then you just keep on doing, over and over, you keep doing that. You take those two exams at home, and then you have the two exams that you go onto the Zoom sessions. Now, this goes into more detail about what I expect on the Zoom sessions when we come in for exams 2 and 4. And this is very important that we talk about this now. What you're going to do is you're going to come into the Zoom session. Everyone's going to join. I'm going to send everyone the exam through email. Once you get the exam, everyone's going to take about 10 minutes, and everyone's going to hand copy the exam from what they see on their screen. If you have a printer, you can print it out. That's fine. Once we get through that initial copying of the exam, then you're no longer allowed to have your computer screen on. So you're going to need to use either a laptop that you can move around, or you might have to log into the Zoom session with your phone. And you're going to have to set your camera up in a way that I can see you and your entire workspace. Now, to make that more clear, what I've provided for you on the very front page of our course is a picture of me sitting at my desk. I didn't put that there just because I wanted you to see a picture of me. I put that there to give you an example of how I expect the camera to be set up. So notice the camera is off to the side. Notice that you can see me. You can see my entire work area. You can see what's in front of me. All right. I don't have a bunch of like cheat sheets pasted up to a wall. The only things in front of me are the papers in front of me. The computer in front of me would have to be turned off or moved out of the way. But that camera is my phone set up on the side. So I don't want to see like the camera you're looking at right now, me from the front, that will not work. Okay. A camera from behind you won't work. I need to be able to see just like that from the side, everything in front of you. And also it needs to be far enough back that I can see the whole work area, but not so far back that you're just like a little body sitting at a table across a room. So you're going to need to think about this before you get to exam 2. Think about how you're going to do this setup, practice it, make sure you've got your camera set up, established before you get to that exam. Because if you don't have your camera set up properly, I will not allow you to take the exam. And then you'll get a 0 on the exam, and then you won't pass the class. So that is a very important aspect of this course. So you must have your camera set up. I will record the session, and then you'll do the exam by hand, okay? You're just gonna do all the problems by hand, And then once you've finished, you're gonna send me a chat in Zoom. You're gonna say, hey, I'm done. And then at that point, you're gonna leave the session, and I will start a clock for you. And you'll have about 10 to 15 minutes. 15 minutes is what I say here. And what you gotta do within that 15 minutes, you've gotta take pictures of all of your work, nice, clear, in focus pictures of your work. And you've got to somehow get all those pictures and get them condensed down to a single PDF file, okay? I will not accept 10 pictures. I won't accept one JPEG file with 10 pictures. I won't accept a zip folder. It has to be a single PDF file. Now, iPhones have a thing called Cam Scanner. On Androids, you can get something called JPEG to PDF. And these are apps that allow you to just take pictures and then put them all into a single PDF file. So you're going to have an opportunity to practice that at the end of this orientation. I'm going to give everyone an assignment and see if you can figure out how to do this. All right, so you're going to get some practice. Also, when you turn in your homework to me, and I ask you to upload your homework so I can see all your handwritten work, you're going to do the same thing. All your work into one single PDF file. So you'll have 15 minutes to get that to me. And then after that, I will grade it and I'll write on it and I'll send you an electronic version of your test, graded test back to you. Now, this just talks about, if you fail to have your camera set up, you can't take tests. You got to make sure that whatever you send to me has all the pages. If it's missing a page, I can't accept it, and so on and so forth. Okay, I'm so sorry. Talking is really not easy for me right now. Okay, so now, how to succeed on exams 2 and 4. So since exams 2 and 4 are worth so much in this class, it's vital that you are, like I said, doing this class the right way, okay? You got to make sure that when you're doing your homework, you're working those problems out. You're not just going to some website trying to find an answer, okay? If you got to reach out for help, right? Review everything. I'm going to give you that review for the test. Make sure you work through that review, that you understand everything, right? If there's something that you needed to know, formula, procedure, a step, make sure you're thinking about it, okay? Make sure you put that into your memory. So practice, 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 right? Okay, there's more here about requesting extensions. If you miss a homework deadline or something like that, you can request an extension through the system automatically. You don't have to email me or anything like that. So the way that works is, if let's say that something was due on Sunday night, if you need more time, wait till Monday morning. And then when you go in, the assignment will say, hey, it's past due. Would you like an extension? You'll get an extension, but there's a penalty for it. So it's a 10% penalty. So the highest grade you can get is a 90. And then there's more stuff here. I'm not going to read through all of this. And then the schedule for the semester is laid out here. Okay, let me get back to student view here. All right, so we've talked about the syllabus. Modules just takes you to a page we saw earlier. The cool thing about modules is that if you go in here, instead of going straight to the homework system, you can go right to the homework assignments through here. So if you're going to go do 1.1 homework, just go click here and it'll take you right to it. Okay, files. So files, this is where I have everything kind of in it. It's kind of a different place to go get everything. The schedule's here, all the class notes are here, the course notes are here. The formulas that I was referencing earlier, okay, they're here. Those are ones you can use on the exam. And then there's only one set of homework solutions. This is just, there's one particular problem in 4.4 that I have the solutions for in here. Everything else I have a video solution of. So that's files. The discussion board, this would be a good place to go talk to your classmates if you want to talk about, I don't know, setting up a study group, or hey, you know, is anyone having trouble with this idea? You can talk to each other here. If you want to send emails to each other, you can find each other here in People. And then there's an online tutoring system. This is separate from Northwest Vista, but you can get live tutoring. This is something the college provides. I've had mixed reviews on that, but just be aware it's there. This, I would say, is not your first place to turn for tutoring. I'd say come to me, go to the NVC Math Tutoring Lab, which is in the syllabus. And then there's a survey at the end of the course. And then this right here, I'm going to take that out. Actually, I need to take that out. Take it out right now. Okay, I'll fix that over there. All right, so that's pretty much the end of the orientation. I do have something I'd like for you to do. So since we're going to be uploading your homework and uploading your exams and all that stuff and having to get it a single PDF file, I'd like to see if you could practice doing that right now. So what I'd like for you to do is take out a piece, take out like 3 pieces of paper, write your name on the first one, write the number, let's say number 1, real big on the first page, number 2 on the second page, 3 on the third page. And then I'd like for you to go ahead and take pictures of those, somehow condense them into a single PDF file, and then send those to me. Now, the way I'm going to do this is after I finish this video, I'm going to send everyone an email. I'm going to say, hey, welcome everyone. I'm going to give everyone a link to the video you're watching right now. And then below that link, I'm going to say, you know, I'm going to put on the email, I'm going to say, and here's the link for that other thing. And what I'm talking about there is those 3 pages sent to me as a PDF. So click on that link and upload those 3 pages to me. And that'll be interesting because I'll actually see how many of you actually watched this entire video. So hopefully everybody will do it. I believe we have 20, I want to say we have 22 students in here. Hold on, let me see. I can check real quick. Normally it's over 30, so they cut the class size down, which is good for me and you. Let me see here. I apologize for making you wait through this. Oh, it's actually 28. Okay, so we have 28 students in here. So hopefully I'll get 21 students upload those 3 pages to me. And then I'm gonna have to put something in here for you to be able to upload your homework to me. So I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. I've got a couple of options. So I'll let you know, just stay tuned for that. That's something different that I'm not really covering in the orientation because I haven't figured out how I want to do it yet. So, all right, I think that's it for now. If you have any questions, just reach out to me through email or call me or text me. I'm looking forward to a good semester. Everybody have a great day. I'll see you soon.